Imagine for a moment that you're holding a porcelain cup, one that you had for years, a one that perfectly fits in your hand. It's designed familiar, its surface smooth. You almost know it blindfolded. Now, picture this. As clumsy as you are, the cup of yours is slipping off your hands. And you try your level best to save that cup. But then, crash. Bang, it falls, making a mess of broken fragments. What would you do? What would you do to this mess you made? For me, like any one of you present here, I would just sweep up the fragments and discard them. After all, it's just a broken cup. You can easily replace it, isn't it? But then what if, instead of throwing that cup like yesterday's stale newspaper, you treated each and every fragment like a celebrity at an airport, and you're the bouncer trying to escort him through the paparazzis? A dream come true, right? Well, for me, yes. You would handle it with that kind of care that makes people question if you're painting the next Mona Lisa. And instead of slapping some random glue onto the cracks, you can fill in the cracks with something that's uniquely yours. In Japan, there's an art called Kintsugi, which means golden joinery. It's an art of repairing broken pottery with the help of powdered gold, silver, or platinum. And the real thing about Kintsugi is that Kintsugi is not just about fixing objects. It's about looking at this whole concept of fixing little differently. Not as something to hide, but as something to embrace. So what if we applied this Kintsugi concept onto ourselves, onto our community, and most importantly, to our world? And that's the question I would like to explore today with the three perspectives I came across. Personal resilience, turning scars into your strength. Each of us have experienced some form of breakage in our life, haven't we? Maybe it's a failure that left you broken, like that one time you cut your own hair. A big mistake. Or maybe it's your dream that's too fragile to hold, or maybe too tall to achieve. Like my dream of finally getting 6-pack of abs, not snacks. But the important thing to realize is, what if these cracks weren't signs of your weaknesses, but a source of your strength? Allow me to share a biopic of a person who inspired me till date. She was a rising star in the world of Indian classical dance, known for her grace and passion. But then, life took a harsh turn. In a tragic accident, she lost her leg. That for many would have been an end of a dancing career. Yet, she did not let her injury define her. With steadfast determination and rigorous rehabilitation, she was fitted with a prosthetic leg. And against all odds, she returned to that stage, dancing and inspiring millions along the way. Can any one of you guess who she is? Yes, there you go. It's none other than Natya Mayuri Sudha Chandran. Her gold wasn't the little metal that filled her crack. It was her resilience, her courage, and her spirit that emerged from her ordeal. Her scars was not her signature. She turned that scars into a proof that even when life literally tries to break you apart, you can rise back up. The truth is, we all carry scars, invisible or visible. They might be the big ones or the small ones. Like the one time you slammed your nose onto a glass door while trying to apply 24 filters on your photo. That looked much better before you added them. What if we stopped seeing them as flaws and started seeing them as episodes of your unique life story? Like the life's way of saying, congratulations, you've made it through. So what if we apply this concept to our community as well? Society, repairing a broken world with understanding. It's not just individuals who experience breakage. The societies do too. Look around the world today. You'll see cracks everywhere. Each and every corner is filled with cracks. Injustice, inequality, discrimination. I feel the world is more broken than it was ever before. And we just look at this and say, come on, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to help the world? Someone else will do it for me. No, I want you to consider this now. What if those cracks were not collapses, but a sign, an opportunity for us to rebuild? Consider Japan, a country that experienced one of the most catastrophic tragedies in modern history, the atomic bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. Within a span of a heartbeat, two entire cities were brought to smoldering ruin, and the world just stood frozen, stunned to this chaos. It was as though the very fabric of time had been ripped apart, shattering every sense of reason. And they just asked themselves, did we just get erased? Did we just get wiped out? So, what did Japan do? Did they curl up in a corner and start melodramatically weeping and declare, well, that's it, game's over? Did they do that? No. Japan did something that only Japan could do. They took that devastation and hit the greatest glow up in human history and somehow became the world's most overachieving straight A student. Basically, an A++ student of innovation, culture, and customer service so polite that it makes us question, did we just get raised by wolves? Take Hiroshima, for example. It could have stayed as a permanent reminder for destruction, a historical equivalent of, well, that was a disaster. But instead, they rebuilt into a peace capital with the Hiroshima Memorial Park, standing as tall as the Buddha, a sign for humanity that let's not do anything this stupid ever again, okay? And Nagasaki? Well, they did the same. They became a proof to the world that even when life literally nukes you, you can raise back up from the rubbles. Not with nothing, but with better infrastructure, top-tier metro system, and a collective agreement that some things just aren't worth repeating. And now let's talk about the infrastructure. Absolute godly. Japan didn't just rebuild. No. They leveled up. They looked at normal train and said, nah, too slow, and built the Shinkansen, a train so fast that if you blink, you might end up in another city and wonder, bro, what just happened? And now here's my favorite part about the Japanese infrastructure. The Japanese public restrooms. Yes. A place where dignity goes to die, they turn that place into a high-tech luxury pods. Bro, I'm talking about warm seats that make you question, why my own house toilet isn't this considerate? Or automatic lids that raise up, treating royalty. Or buttons that play soothing waterfall sounds because background musics are really important for some business matters. And some bathrooms even give you performance review. Sounds so cool, but a little scary as well. Because imagine you're walking into a Japanese public restroom and you take a seat and the performance review just pop up. Pradyudh, drink more water and maybe reconsider the third cheeseburger you ate. Oh my God, I would go bonkers. Now, let's talk about their vending machine. Absolute wizardry. Hot meals, fresh fruits, neckties, umbrellas. At this point, I won't be even surprised if one dispensed tips and tricks on how to get good marks. Or maybe a pep talk. And hey, Pradyudh, being fat just means you're hard to kidnap, okay? And studying is just overrated. That's what you have smart friends for, man. Ah, God. And now let's talk about the convenience store. Grabbing a meal from convenience store in most of the places is just giving up on life and good food. But in Japan, when you walk into a convenience store, it's like an existential crisis. Do I get a sushi that looks fresher than my future? Or the bento box that's plated better than anything I've cooked? Or maybe the fluffy pancakes that low-key makes me question my life choices. I mean, if I lived in Japan, I would go in to grab a few snacks and walk out with enough to survive an apocalypse or maybe a Netflix night. So now do you guys understand that for me to reduce my weight, impossible. But the real thing to realize is that Japan didn't hide the cracks left by history using a quick fix and hope nobody noticed it. No, Japan filled in their cracks with their resilience, their patriotism, and watch this kind of an attitude. They turned their flaws into their flex. So, what did I learn from Japan? I learned the three Japanese insteads. Instead of burying your mistakes under a rug, which you're eventually going to trip over, just make it yours, man. Just embrace it, learn from it. And instead of discarding the people who are in need, offer real help, not sympathetic prayers. And instead of throwing away the broken system, fill in the cracks. And the beauty of Kintsugi is that Kintsugi doesn't seek perfection. It embraces imperfection. It's like, yeah, this was broken, but look how beautifully it has bloomed into. So what if we apply this concept to our world as well? Sustainability. A future built on repair, not waste. Here comes our world. I feel like our world is more price convenient rather than sustainability. Fast fashion, single-use plastics, gadgets are broken, yeah, discard them. Without even a second thought. Guys, seriously? But again, Kintsugi comes to save the day. What if we tear apart a page from the Kintsugi notebook that read, broken doesn't even mean useless? Who said that? Broken means it's full of potential. In Japan, there's a designer who makes Kintsugi-inspired clothing. He collects all the torn garments and repairs them using a golden thread, turning the imperfection into a signature piece. Like your clothes have met with a small accident, but you wear it as a badge of honor. Like, yeah, I got a few cracks here and there, but look at the golden fix I got. Oof, I look good. Wait a minute. This kind of reminds me of stories my parents used to talk about their childhood. Okay, this is going to be funny. When my parents were small kids, one set of clothes was not used by one. No. It was a family affair. The same set of clothes was not used by one, not by two, but 5 to 6 completely different people. It was like a family heirloom, passed on from the oldest to the youngest, like a game of clothes tag. And if it's torn, come on, don't worry, I'm not going to throw it away. They use that cloth for cleaning the entire house, or maybe a dish rag. And this concept of Kintsugi has been there in India for generations, not as a creative resourcefulness, but a lot less waste. And this imperfection, we just worried about it. Meanwhile, we might try stopping worrying about the imperfection and started seeing them as quirky little updates to ourselves. So you might ask me, you gave an entire talk on Kintsugi, how to use that. Give us some examples, man. Okay, here you go. If you're late for a meeting and you have a bad hair, just call it a new bold look. Well, for me, I don't have hair, but for all of you guys. And if you forget your friend's birthday and you want to give them a gift card, just send it like this. It's not too late. It's fashionably early for the next year. Meanwhile, you stop stressing about the flaws and started seeing them as updates to yourself. So now come back to the broken cup. What do you guys want me to do with it? Should I sweep them away and throw it? Or should I fix it? Because the truth is, we are all in Kintsugi. Each one of us. We all carry scars and fractures. Maybe it's a loss we have faced, a personal trauma, a mistake we have made. But those cracks tell a story. A story of our resilience, our growth. And the same is true for the entire world around us. When we try to fix our world, not by masking the imperfection, but by embracing it, we create a world that's not only more united, but more luminous. So I ask you today, what are you going to do with your cracks? Will you throw them away? Or will you turn them into something golden? Thank you.